Fuerteventura, the island of eternal spring. You might consider this island or already chose Fuerteventura as your next holiday destination. If so, if you like me want to see the places I visit, you might already be planning what places to go, whether by car, bus or boat. With this video I want to share places that disappointed me. They did not necessarily disappoint me because they are bad or overrated, but even if I came at a bad or a stupid time where the place was not at its possibly best. This should help you decide what places to avoid, or consider at what times of the year or time of the day you should visit them instead, and don't visit them when I did, because it didn't work out for me. Some of these places are loved by many. These are purely personal biases. Any critique of my choices are welcome in the comment section. Number 1 to 6 is more or less in a random order this time around. If you want more inspiration, feel free to watch my other video called Fuerteventura, Top 10 Best Places to Visit. Before we start, please feel free to subscribe to Globus Travels for more videos. Number 6. Porto del Rosario. Porto del Rosario is the capital of Fuerteventura, as well as a main municipality and main port for the island. The population of the municipality is close to 40,000, with about 3/4 expected to live in the town itself. The capital offers everything: beaches, culture, restaurants and shopping. So why would I put this on my list? Porto del Rosario has some decent beaches, but this is Fuerteventura after all, so decent just won't cut it. In order to compete for your attention, beaches on Fuerteventura needs to be almost mind-blowingly great. Porto del Rosario also felt quite industrial. It is the main port after all, and with that it does take away some of the charm. For shopping, Coralejo in the north and Jandilla in the south is just fine. There is no need to go to the capital for most items. Number 5. Lares. Lares is a small town in the central northern parts of Fuerteventura. Here you can discover a traditional village well known for its markets and hiking options. Within the small town you find several picturesque shops and weekly crafts and artisan market taking place each Saturday. Calderon Hondo Volcano Trail is possibly the most popular one, where you likely will encounter a lot of squirrels. My disappointment with Lares was that it felt limited. The town was not that pretty, and the market, when I went at least back in 2018-19, it was very small. The weather was also quite bad, so the hike to Calderon Hondo did not have as great views as it would have on almost any other day with more visibility. So plan accordingly, because I am sure it would have been great otherwise. Number 4. Playa Verde. So this might be one of the most controversial ones, but hear me out. Jandilla is one of the main tourism hotspots and the main resort of southern Fuerteventura. It is famous for its big all-purpose hotels and legendary beach, Playa Verde. If you want to go on a relaxing holiday or vacation, this town has it all, including restaurants and shopping. So how could I possibly take a dislike to Jandilla? Well, with my personal bias, I prefer at least some local charm, local restaurants, historical buildings, etc. Jandilla felt like it's just this infinitely long beach, great beach that is, with a lot of slightly boring, worn down hotels. The man-made parts is just boring. I spent some days during Christmas and New Year's, and even here it felt lacking and not that lively. Perhaps I am the wrong crowd for Jandilla. It might be quite different for you. Again, biases. Perhaps people come to relax on the beach and stay in their all-inclusive hotels, and that is perfectly fine and valid. Jandilla is by no means bad, and if you want a more charming experience you can just hike to Morro. But Coralejo in the north is just a more charming choice. at least for me. Number 3. Maranhão. This place is very unique. It is no more than a small village on the northern coast of the island. Maranhão does not offer much in terms of restaurants and fancy architecture. So what does it offer? Great surfing and a decent beach. What makes it quite famous is what is known as Popcorn Beach. This is a natural site and considered one of the Canary Islands' best kept secrets. The beach, known as Popcorn Beach, is covered in what is small white algae fossils, which looks, as you guessed it, puffy popcorns. But that is about it. It's not really that exciting, and I do not consider it worth the drive. Number 2. Los Molinos. Los Molinos is supposedly a hidden gem at the western coast of Fuerteventura. The seaside village is another example of coming at the right time of day and year. And I did not come at the right time, and the weather made the place seem almost overly dramatic. According to the website fuerteventuranow.com, it is just for a few days during December, when the moon is at a full phase, that the tide is at a low enough point that the famous sandy path reveals itself, which can take you to the so very famous caves. And boy did I want to see them a lot. I missed out, unfortunately. Don't you make the same mistake. And number 1. La Oliva. The historical town of La Oliva is not necessarily a disappointment. But being one of the most famous historical places on the island, I hoped it would rival places like Betancuria in both its charm and history. It did not, as the historical center with the church was separated from Casa de los Coroneles, which unfortunately was closed during my stay. Again, my mistake. But still, for a historical village, it did not seem as well put together as Betancuria. If history is your thing and you have the time, you should still consider visiting. But if you only have time to visit one of the villages, I would go with Betancuria. And this was it for me. What did you think? Was I wrong? Was anything unfair? And do you think other places should be on the list instead? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and see you in the next one. Take care and thank you for watching.